Hi guys, Lex Ellis here with my second fragrance video of the day. I just finished doing Bleu de Chanel, which is on this hand. Lovely little scent. So now I'm going to start with my second fragrance. Again, this is a sort of love-hate one. I happen to be one of the people that loves it, and that is Armani's Eau De Nuit. Now, this came out in 2013 from the house of Giorgio Armani. It is the flanker to the original 1984's Armani Eau. One thing I have to admit that I like is the fact they kept the original 80s bottle. They have changed it slightly. It's not the exact same. The other one's a little different, but there's not much difference. You really need to put them side to side and you'll be like, oh, that bit's changed, these bits are thicker, and stuff like that. I got this off a good friend of mine from Fragrance Guru Nation, Greg. Really good guy to do business with. I highly recommend him to anyone who's wanting to buy from him. He's a really, really good guy. Fast delivery, you name it, he provides it. Really, really good guy. So yeah, I was quite pleased. It was actually his video I watched that actually got me into this one, and I sniffed it in the store and I really liked it, so I bought it with him. Bought it from him after watching his video and sniffing it. Really, really nice. So let's talk about the bottle. Like I said, I already like the bottle, the classic 80s bottle with the Armani lettering. I like it because it stands out, Armani. You know, it doesn't have any fancy name, attitude or code or anything like that, just Armani. You know, back in the 80s when there was like one Armani fragrance and you could just say to people, what you're wearing, oh, I'm wearing Armani, and they would know exactly what one it is. Like in the 70s, what you're wearing, Paco Rabanne, and people would know that it was Pour Homme. Except today when you say Paco Rabanne, they'll think it's 1 million. Times have changed. If everyone wore Pour Homme, I'd have a lot of respect, a lot more respect for society, I'll tell you that. Especially in their taste in fragrance anyway. But such a nice guy sounding. I kid, but really nice bottle, really classic. You've got Armani there, Eau De Nuit below it. You get a nice lid with the metal rims. You've got the Scarface style bottle, you know, Tony Montana bottle. Armani lettering on the bottom with your information, Eau de Toilette, blah blah blah. And yeah, just a nice little bottle. You also get a code at the back there. So yeah, if you don't have this code, it's probably a fake. So yeah. So let's talk about the sprayer and the scent. Now, it's actually not a bad sprayer, if you look here. Really nice spray. Now, first thing I'm going to say, I also meant to mention there's an Armani logo on the lid. I actually just noticed that myself there, so that makes two of us. Oh, whoever, how many people are watching this? 100 of us, 200, whatever. But probably never get that high, views wise. But anyway, enough of that. Scent wise, this is very dark. This is like Code sort of dark. You know, it has that sort of, you know, Armani Code dark, not Code Ultimate. The original Code is dark and cold in a good way. In a way, it's that sort of, you know, black. You know, you think of some fancy nightclub, but it's VIPs only, and all wearing these expensive designer suits. You know, Armani suits probably. And you know, bounce out the door. You need to have your name list to get in, and they all drive up in Mercedes and stuff like that. That sort of club where it's dark and everything's sleek and shiny and marble everywhere. That sort of Italian, you know, Milan sort of thing. That's what I get over this, as that dark. It reminds me of being on holiday, actually. It really does. I think someone wore this when I was on holiday this year or last year. I remember someone. It reminds me of Spain. This one I sniff is, it reminds me of holidays. It's weird, but now one thing I'd like to offer you, this is not anywhere near DHI. It does, when I say that, it's nothing like Dior Homme Intense. Nothing at all. So people going, oh, Dior Homme Intense is like L'Instant de Guerlain Extreme. It's not. It has the same sort of, it's the same sort of family. You know what I mean? That's like if I saying you, it's like your brother and you and your sister look the same, right? Or you and your brother look slightly similar. That's like someone saying you are your brother. You're not. You might look slightly similar, but you're not the same. So this is the sort of same family as Dior Homme Intense and Lids and stuff. They have that sort of feminine, powdery sort of vibe to them, but really, really nice. I mean, again, it's a love-hate thing. Some people will love that sort of vibe, other people will hate it. If you hate it, stick to your Orientals and your, you know, what they call it, gourmands and stuff like that. Sorry. Well, that's a bad review. If you don't like gourmands, you probably won't like this too much. But it's a sort of tough one. But I really like this. I mean, I really do. I think this is great. Again, it's a flanker to the original, but I wouldn't compare it to the original. Don't sniff the original and then be like, oh, this must smell like the original. It will not smell anything like the original. I'm telling you right now. Really, really dark Italian. Just smells foreign, designer, quality. Again, it's Armani, so it's not cheap. You'll be looking at about £46–47 or something like that, I believe. No, sorry, 45. I think it's 45 for this one. I'm trying to remember now. For the 50 mils. So it's not cheap. I got it cheap because I bought it with my friend, but it's not cheap. Let's talk about sort of lasting power. Longevity and projection. Now I say projection might be low, but I'm not really too sure if it's low or if it's olfactory fatigue. Protection's kind of average in me. It's not you know, wimpy, but it's not a beast. It's sort of average. It disappears and I get whiffs of it again. I mean I remember I was saying, oh, what was the fragrance? Was it Victor North's Antidote or was it Opium? I think it was Antidote. I was saying I would spray it on and I think it's gone projection wise, but like I would sniff it in my wrist. I'll sniff it in my wrist now and it would smell weak, but like I'd be sitting on my computer mouse and I get a big strong whiff of it. This is what this one's like. It sort of disappears and reappears and you think, oh, it's gone, no one's going to smell it, and you just get a big whiff of it. Like you walk to the toilet or something, you turn around and walk back out and you big cloud. It's weird that way. Longevity is not too bad though. I mean I get a good 8 hours, sometimes more with this. About 2 to 3 hours of projection from what I think is projection. 2 to 3 hours, it starts to die down at about the 3 hour mark. So I mean it's not heavy projection, but you do get noticed. I mean it's not meant to be heavy with this one. This one, I know Dior Intense is a bit heavy, but with this one I don't think it could be heavy, because heaviness with this would ruin the scent. I think the sort of subtleness, the sort of fact it disappears and reappears makes this one, adds this one's charm. It's not, compared to DHI and Lidge, I hate that acronym but it saves time. Basically it's not the same as them, it's a wee bit darker than them, it's not as sort of sweet. They can project easily and they're respected in that manner, but this one wouldn't really pull it off. It's a bit more serious, more mature smelling almost. I know they already are kind of mature, you need to be a bit, you know, fragrance wise and stuff to sort of pull those ones off like confident, especially Lidge is a real masculine scent. But with this one it's a bit more serious, a bit more mature. So I really don't think, I think this one's quite well justified in its projection and longevity. So let's talk about where to wear this. For work, I wouldn't recommend this for work personally. I mean maybe 1 or 2 sprays, but I would recommend maybe 4 to 5 sprays with this one, I also meant to say, normal wearing. But for work I would maybe say 2 sprays tops. I mean it's not that I'm saying it's I'm going to offend. It might offend because it might kind of offend because it's not as versatile as say Bleu de Chanel. It is one of these acquired scents. Some people like myself are out of fragrance will sniff that and go, oh that's nice, I love that, but it's like Coca Rico. Some people will sniff it and hate it, others like me will sniff it and love it, you know. So there's more versatile options like Bleu de Chanel which you can wear to work. For a date, again with the versatility, I think you could pull this off on a date, because again if you're at a restaurant or something, this is the ultimate restaurant scent because it's not heavy but you'll be getting pleasant whiffs of it. And that's where this one really stands out. Like I said, this one I couldn't, I know I don't really say this often, but I couldn't stand this one over bathing because it isn't as nice. I mean if it smells nice now, but see if you go, it's sort of, oh, it's not as nice, but it smells nice. Just with it, but if you get too much of it, it's just, I know a lot of people say every fragrance, but with this one in particular, I just don't think the beastliness would go with it. It's hard to describe, but you need to sniff it to get what I mean. I mean, go and sniff DHI and then sniff this, and you'll see the minute you sniff it to him, you'll instantly clock and go, he's right, that's what he's talking about, I get it. It's hard to describe, but it's more mature and sort of more serious. But for a date, I think maybe 2 sprays as well, maybe 3, doubt it though. If you're at a restaurant, you don't want to whip out 1 to 2 would be better, and you could pull it off. Casually, again, you could maybe wear this, but I would dress this one up as a bit classy. Again, it's not, you know, I mean the first thing, the original one would be even better for a thing, even the original one's quite classy, but casually I don't think this one could quite pull it off. It is quite classy, again with the subtleness, it works well, it's classy. I mean just look at the bottle, does that look like something you would wear, jeans and t-shirt, does that look like something you would wear to, you know, works night out or something, you know, if you really want to look your best and go on a date. So yeah, wear it however way you want, by the way, it's yours, but these are just my recommendations. So that's Armani Eau De Nuit, really nice cologne, I really like it, really enjoy it, I think it's a good solid release from Armani. Might be a bit pricey, but I really think it should stop being compared to DHI and get a lot of attention as itself. So if you watch this, please do what I say, please do that thing where go to the Dior boutique and spray, ask them if you can test the DHI, spray DHI on your hand, on the back of your wrist or somewhere, and then go to the Armani counter and spray some of this in your harvest, and you will instantly get what I'm talking about with the whole projection thing wouldn't work. You know, I don't normally tell people and really try and push people to do things, but this is the one thing I'm saying, please do, because you will get what I'm coming from. You'll appreciate this one a lot more if you've sniffed DHI, if you get me. So yeah, tough one, but I really do like this one, to be fair. Again, quite pricey, which is one of the things I don't like about Armani, but I really think this one is kind of unique. There's not a lot of things that smell like it. Again, like I said about the Lidge DHI family, this one's kind of unique, so do sniff it. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Yeah, any questions you have about this one, feel free to send me a message and leave your feedback in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more. They're all in the big playlist if you click playlists on my channel. Fragrances of Lex Ellis, they're all listed there. The song I used will be in the description along with a link to my blog. So yeah, guys, I'd like to hear your takes on this as well. And yeah, shout out to Greg for the excellent transaction. Thank you very much on this one. I hope you're watching, but you probably are. So yeah, really nice scent. Do check it out, do give it a sniff. So thank you for watching, guys. Keep on smelling fly.